Today, I want to talk about how Elon Musk has just explained how the shorts will lose. These shorts have a massive opportunity cost by shorting AMC, and the only reason they haven't moved on to their next play is because they're stuck, cannot escape, and are doomed to lose. So stay tuned and let's make some money. And now I'll dive straight in with the key information. So, Retail Stocks has tweeted saying, "I assume you all understand what this resembles and how much it'd hurt to be stuck in a trade they cannot win. And it'd be even worse if they used multiple methods to short that company several times over on high leverage, but that company would not die, and then if anything became profitable and successful." So Elon Musk has tweeted saying, "Just so the public understands, taking out a short position against Tesla, as Bill Gates did, results in the highest return only if a company goes bankrupt. A shorter can only make 100% profit if their target company goes bankrupt. If that company doesn't go bankrupt, they stand to make a 50, 60, 70, 80 or 90% profit. But if that company turns profitable, they stand to take on significant heavy losses." He said Bill Gates placed a massive bet on Tesla dying when our company was at one of its weakest moments several years ago. Such a big short position also drives down the stock for everyday investors. Not only was this short position from Bill Gates a risky play because Tesla has not gone bankrupt and therefore Bill Gates will not make a 100% profit, not only does he now stand to take on significant losses as Tesla is improving and becoming more and more profitable, but it also suppresses the Tesla stock for everyday retail investors. Especially as it was such a large short position, it suppresses that price and suppresses natural price growth, just because Bill Gates threw tons of money at a short. And he said, "To the best of my knowledge, Bill Gates still has this massive bet against Tesla on the table." And he finished by saying the lack of self-awareness and hypocrisy of Bill Gates, who had the nerve to ask me to donate to his mostly window-dressed environmental cause, while simultaneously aiming to make $500 million from Tesla's demise. It boggles the mind. Now, Jeremy the Ape from Utah and Matthew have pointed out why this bet from Bill Gates was so ridiculous, and why it unveils that the shorts are ultimately doomed to lose. Jeremy said this sounds exactly like the bet shorters have made on AMC. They haven't closed their short positions and rather, they continue to pay billions of dollars to continue to short AMC and to try and push the company into bankruptcy. Bill Gates paid all of this money to try and crush and bankrupt Tesla as a company, but now that short position is moving against Bill Gates as Tesla continues to improve, not only the company, but the stock price too. Now, Matthew has explained that Bill Gates' short bet was bonkers from a financial return perspective, even if Tesla had gone to zero and had gone bankrupt. And this also very much applies to AMC as well, and why it does not make logical sense for the shorters to continue shorting AMC. He said the craziest part of Bill Gates shorting Tesla, despite being impressed with Elon Musk's innovation, is that at the absolute best case scenario, it was a 100% possible gain. aka that $500 million short position could have made an additional $500 million in a 100% gain scenario if Tesla went bankrupt. But if Bill Gates had simply left his money in Microsoft or had put his money into a company like NVDA, it would have at least tripled, if not 5x'd in a company like NVDA. So Bill Gates took on this massive opportunity cost where he could have made 100% shorting Tesla, but he didn't. But he could have made 300% or 500% buying his own stock or buying pretty much any other tech stock instead. Bill Gates stood to pretty much guarantee this level of return, but instead he risked it to potentially generate this level of return, which just doesn't make sense. And obviously, in a worst case scenario, Bill Gates would have taken on heavy losses. He could have easily lost 5 times to 10 times his original position. So there was pretty much a guaranteed chance of making this buying his own stock or buying NVIDIA, but a 50-50 chance on making this shorting Tesla instead. This just goes to show the shorts aren't even in this for monetary gain. They're in this to try and destroy an American company, whether that's Tesla or AMC. But ultimately, Elon Musk is in the midst of proving Bill Gates wrong and proving all of those other shorts wrong as well. And it won't be long until AMC proves the shorts wrong too. The shorts have used multiple methods to try and short AMC into bankruptcy on high leverage, but AMC still hasn't gone bankrupt and is now turning massively profitable. With a profitable second quarter with $2.6 billion at the box office and a pretty much guaranteed profitable third quarter with already $2.4 billion at the box office and a pretty much guaranteed fourth quarter profitability with the new Taylor Swift tour, AMC is setting up to make more and more and more profits every single quarter. And at this rate, it won't be long until AMC's stock price starts hitting new all-time highs as it generates billions of dollars in profits. And when that happens, it won't be long until the shorts are forced out of their short positions during an AMC squeeze. And as Robert added, he said it's about time that Elon is finally speaking out against naked shorting or just bringing awareness to the issue. Elon Musk is continuing to bring awareness to just how ridiculous shorting is. And at this point, Elon Musk is pointing out that hedge funds aren't even doing this to make profit, they're just doing it to destroy American companies. Yes, the shorts can make money shorting, but why take a chance at making 100% profit when you've also got a big chance of taking on heavy losses, when you can pretty much guarantee a 300, 500 or even 1000% profit elsewhere? And as Soshka tweeted, it seems the shorts and the hedge funds are scared and they're marching out all of their paid shills. As Suspended POS tweeted, he said, "Guess which clown is back talking about AMC? His bosses must be on his arse." You can see Review Dork has again posted some videos about AMC, as has Matt Kohrs and some of the other influencers that disappeared. Of these influencers, all of their channels died where their views decreased by 80 or 90%, which is really weird because if you look, my views haven't changed at all. My views have stayed consistent over the last 2.5 years, whereas these YouTubers that disappeared, their views cratered by 80 or 90%. It's likely these influencers were not only paid off, but even their views bought for them. As Scavenger added, he said, "Hi, I'm Matt Kohrs, and since my YouTube channel blew up talking about AMC, and I've since then been bought out by the big news media, and my YouTube channel is dead, I'll start talking about it again." Matt Kohrs had previously officially distanced himself from talking about AMC to talk about just the market in general, and his views had cratered by 80, 90, 95% and more. Many of these influencers outright quit after their paid for views had disappeared, whereas obviously I've stayed consistent making my AMC videos because my views never faltered. My views never faltered because they were never bought for in the first place, because it was all down to you guys, my loyal subscribers. But it's funny how these influencers are all of a sudden returning now the hedge funds are in deep trouble. I also wanted to talk about this tweet or this video of Taylor Swift speaking about how her music catalogue was stolen and sold without her approval. This video is of Taylor Swift speaking on how her music catalogue was sold without even asking for her approval, and how the Soros family was allegedly stealing music from Taylor Swift. In this video, which I'll link in the description below, as usual, she speaks about how private equity and hedge funds and the Wall Street finance world is a dark, sketchy place. She talks about how they sold her music rights, her signature, her photos, and pretty much everything else about her without even her permission. And it's likely this is the reason why Taylor Swift is working with AMC, two people or two companies that hate Wall Street and want to rid the world of the short sellers. But guys, be sure to let me know what you think down in the comments below. And as always guys, be sure to ding that notification bell, because that way you'll be alerted when I upload a new video. Cheers. You can currently get a guaranteed free share of Tesla or of Google, and up to 15 free shares on top of that, worth up to $2,000 each, which you could always use to buy more shares of AMC or of GameStop or of any other stock. All you have to do is sign up to Moomoo using the link in the description below and make a qualifying required temporary deposit. Signing up to Moomoo is free and it's easy, it just requires that temporary deposit, but it's a really great way to help support my channel. And on top of that, Moomoo is very easy to use. They've got tons of technical indicators and advanced charting tools and their own options trading platform.